My name is Shahida Sinclair and I'm an award-winning musician, but you might know me as Nova or Nova Scotia The Truth.
I'll cut you off, it's time to get off the...
I was invited to Bella Houston Park and the House for an Art Lover by GI to chat with Sekai Machache, who is one of the artists that has an exhibition taking place right here. So Sekai, what is the space usually used for? There's a permanent exhibition in there, right?
Yeah, the Heritage Centre itself, which is the space that Thulani Rachia and I are exhibiting in for our exhibition These Stories, which was curated by Katherine Ka Yi Liu. There is an exhibition that's been there for years called the Empire Exhibition, which represents something that happened in 1938 as a celebration of Glasgow as the second city of empire. And so that's the kind of context that we were putting our artwork into.
Yeah, I got the places that my grandparents are from here.
Really?
Yeah, Trinidad and Barbados.
Wow. This is the thing that's so staggering about this space. Anyone who's, got any ties to former colonial countries are going to come into this space and feel quite triggered by it. So I think it's important for us to be here in this space talking about what it is, but also from my work kind of talking around legacies of slavery and colonialism and trying to find ways to get hold of your own cultural markers and practices and try to reclaim some of that. The first couple of things that I say in this video, in the poem, are me kind of reciting the 12 different stages of the indigo dyeing process in Mali. For a little while now, probably over a year and a half, I've been working with indigo on fabric. Really interested in indigo just because you can find it in so many different cultures and it's got all of these sort of aspects to it that are kind of related to healing. And then it's also got this relationship as well to the transatlantic slave trade that a lot of people aren't aware of. And then this space here, this is some fabric work that I did. And I think I wanted to kind of show the process physically and then also in the film. I made the first 10 to 12 metres of fabric painted work back in the first lockdown. It's kind of what got me through the first couple of months when all of my projects got postponed and cancelled and so on, which was a really difficult time. Yeah, it was quite an intense year, wasn't it? Just trying to manage all the different waves of different things, not just the pandemic itself, the virus, but also with the Black Lives Matter movement as well. Do you feel like you've been inspired by any of it, or do you feel like you're just trying to get through?
I've definitely been inspired by it a couple of times in songs, but I find it just less in terms of art and just more in day-to-day life. It's just really mind-boggling. It's very difficult to comprehend what's going on with our lives. Spectacular, isn't it?
I think that this exhibition is hopefully going to be just a starting point in a conversation that needs to happen about how Glasgow remembers its past and remembers its responsibility to remember how it's contributed to colonialism and to the transatlantic slave trade and to these histories that are basically still alive in our here and now. I think it's definitely something that I'm really proud of being able to have responded to a place like that with something that that I feel quite happy with in the end. The outcome has not been too painful in the end, if that makes sense.